Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Get to the floor, what you waiting for? 'Cause we can ride the beat straight to the top. Been waiting so long, and now it's my time to show 'em all that it's not a game. I don't care what I'm looking like, I just gotta show you that I'm not going nowhere. If you about it, I don't doubt it. Show me that you're showing about it, about it.
Welcome back to the Life in the Now broadcast. This is part 2 of a message that we started last week. We have a little bit more behind the scenes footage, and I have L.Michelle here with me again.
Yes.
And hey,
it's a lot that goes on
right,
with the ministry
right.
that really makes it, and we just wanted to have an opportunity to really share more about what has really given them this ministry its character, that's really provided a foundation for life in the now. We talked about some of it during the last broadcast, but a little bit about you now. You are the visionary behind this, and there were a lot of things you said you walked through that helped you really get to this life in the now point. So let's talk about some of those things. I'm a big behind the scenes person, so we're just gonna relax and really talk about like some of those issues that you really endured.
My my life has been just I don't know, it's been very interesting to me. Maybe because it's just me. But, you know, I grew up in Quincy, you know, out in St. John. My mom was a single mom of 5 kids, and, you know, I'm the knee baby, the one closest to the baby, you know. And so just not afforded a whole lot of opportunities, just really was counted out early.
My goodness.
And I mean, just early.
Wow.
And, you know, there's a lot of things that we go through and we don't know why, but they've already been in the family, you know, like they call them the generational curses.
Yes, they do.
You know, different things like that. And so I really could not see myself being where I am now, not back then. So it was, you know, it was a walk being in a family of 5 kids of a single parent. I mean, right now I'm a single parent of 2, and it's hard. So for my mom to have 5, I mean, hey, it was nothing but God.
So as you're growing up, you know, are you thinking ministry?
No, there's
were you thinking life in the now? That's what I'm gonna be doing.
No, not at all. I never thought about being in ministry. Never really desired, never wanted to. But, you know, my life, as I got older, my life started changing and so many different things. And it wasn't so much as dramatic stuff that happened in my life to make me run to the church or anything like that. It was just something pulling on the inside of me. And I met a guy that ministered to me. And I mean, really, which was my ex-husband. And he, you know, I gotta say that he was played a huge part in me and my walk with God. You know, a huge part.
So along the way, you know, you're walking and you meet this guy who begins to minister to you about who you are in God. What's kind of going through your mind at that time? Are you knowing that you're about to enter this journey?
No, absolutely not. I was like, okay, it was sounding good, you know, because the word, I had a knowledge of God. I'm not going to say a true relationship with God, you know, but I had knowledge of God, but he kind of opened up my eyes to a more deeper revelation of who God was in my life and who I was as a woman of God, you know.
I know we met back in 2004 and you were doing your first women's conference and No More Chains.
No More Chains. Wow.
I mean, what that right now just makes things shake.
I'm serious. No more chains. And literally, it was no more chains, because from then on, I mean, I've just been even in ministry, in my personal life, in every area of my life, it's just been, there was nothing really holding me, in which I was looking for something to stop, because it seems like I got on a train and the train just would not stop. Like it was just, I'm like, I didn't sign up for this. This is not what I want. I'm not even equipped for this. I didn't, I don't have the training for this. I'm like, I can't deal with this. There was so many aspects of it, because, you're talking about, okay, marrying this man, he's a pastor, being a pastor's wife, and, dealing with people, when I'm just, I've always been a reserved type person, not really had a whole lot of friends, but just was cordial to people, but not really had to deal with people like that, know? And so this was something very, very new to me.
My goodness.
And I didn't feel like I was ready, prepared, or anything. And I just felt like all I wanted to do was just stand behind him and allow him, and just be supportive to him. But, God had a plan for my life, and I didn't know that. I didn't even understand it.
And from the very beginning, I know when I became a member of the church in early 2004, you could have never told me that you didn't know that was how your life was going to be the whole time.
No.
I didn't know.
No idea.
I mean, you walked in such a confidence and a boldness then that you never would have thought that you didn't know that this was going to happen.
Wow. But it was all God, because I never had that confidence and boldness before, because, I just really didn't know who I was, and I was just coming into myself, just, finding out more about me and my spiritual walk.
So I remember, the No More Chains, different messages were coming forth. We were doing a lot of things in the city as a ministry. We were progressing, and people were joining.
Right.
But then along the way, the train got a little derailed, and the city saw.
Yeah, it was totally derailed, and I was still at a point where I'm like, what is going on? I did not sign up for this. Like, I didn't ask for all of this. But sometimes it's like when you join the military, it's like, some people join, but there was a time when people were enlisted where they didn't have a choice. They had to go, and so I felt like I was enlisted into that whole situation, because it changed my whole life.
Yes.
So now, what you see now is a result of going through all of that and the whole process. And I'm telling you, sometimes it was very, very hard, but I'm telling you, God has a way of showing you who you are, who other people are, and where he's taking you. He'll give you little glimpses of it.